Traveling in the off-season. It's got a bunch of pros here. Fewer crowds, lower prices, and authentic experiences. But still, a lot of people cling to the idea that the best vacations happen during peak season. Well, joining us now, Steve Guilday, the Director of Travel at AARP Services, Inc. He's here to certainly challenge that notion. Steve, good morning. How are you today?
Doing well. Good morning to you.
Glad to have you here. All right, first things first, a lot of people preparing for those next vacations. What is the best way they can save specifically on fall and winter travel and those off seasons like we were saying?
The fact they're considering doing it, already in a good spot. As you mentioned, fewer crowds, your dollar goes a bit further this time of year. Some would argue the weather's better. So if you're beating the heat by traveling in the fall and also having a little bit more elbow room, when you travel to your destination, and once you're there, your dollar goes a bit farther. So those pros start to stack up after a while. It's a great time to travel.
Right. So you're saying just shifting the schedule to the off-season alone is going to save you money. What else can consumers do to save some extra money when they're traveling?
Be flexible about the time you're going. So perhaps you're used to going for a long weekend to see the fall foliage. Maybe you get a little creative and you go midweek this time. If you're used to going to a very in-demand destination, particular resort, maybe you're flexible about your actual destination. So if you widen your parameters a bit, your dollar will go even farther. I'm coming to you from AARP. AARP members have lots of deals and discounts they can access by virtue of their membership. So take a look at what's in your wallet. Perhaps you have credit card rewards. As I mentioned, AARP. There's lots of different ways you can start to take.
Sorry, Steve, we just lost you for a quick second towards the end, but moving on. What about people who want to take a cruise? Obviously, the times tend to be a little more set for those. What are some ways they can save?
They can save by taking advantage of the booking seasons. So wave season, as it's called for cruises, is in the very early spring, and that's when a lot of deals are available. The second time deals are available is this time of year. So the fall before you're wanting to go, that's when you're going to save. AARP members have access to $200 in onboard credits with Holland America Cruises, and there's thousands of them every year. So right out of the gate, there's $200 in onboard credits. You're on your way to saving.
Yeah, so it's not just flexibility on when you go, it's also flexibility on when you're booking, it sounds like.
That's absolutely true.
All right, last question for you, Steve. What can you do if you've got everything planned and ready to go for a trip, but then at the last minute, the worst thing you can think of, you don't have a valid passport anymore? What can be done?
Boy, that's a bad feeling if you open the drawer and realize you're not valid. So not only does it have to be a valid passport, but it has to be valid within 6 months of the departure date. And so lots of people get caught in that as well. So really pay attention to those rules. The way to help from AARP is AARP members can access a discount at Rush My Passport. So they can help you get a passport very fast at a savings over the average customer. An AARP membership is only $16. You use it to save on one travel item, you've more than paid for your membership for the year. So take a look at aarp.org/save. Find ways to make sure your dollar goes as far as it can this fall when you're traveling.
aarp.org/save. That's what's to remember there. Steve, thank you so much for the time. We do appreciate it.
Glad to be here.